Wewe unakuja unatuambia ati tunahitaji ushuru kwa sababu ya barabara. Hiyo barabara iko wapi? Unatuambia JSS walimu wameandikwa kutoka hata na serikali ya Moi hakuwa anatuletea hii ushuru mnatuletea. Mimi nikisoma hii budget najua hujasoma, ndio maana unasema hivi vitu. Naangalia hii budget. Rafiki zako wa State House wamejiongezea bilioni 1.2 ya chai na mandazi State House. Usituambie mambo ya barabara. Ameongeza shilingi 678 million shillings. Nyumba tulijenga na shilingi milioni 400, mnaenda kurepair na shilingi milioni 600. Shame on you. Mnatuambia nini bwana? What are you telling us?
Welcome to Zion Analysis, ladies and gentlemen. It is boiling nicely. Edwin Sifuna is still confirming to the current head of state that ODM will not participate all these jokes. That ODM is now working out in what we call broad-based government. You've watched and listened to that video. It is so sad that the government of UDA don't care. The budget has been read. It was actually read yesterday. And I was just trying to go through it. I suspect so many things that most of basic needs we are purchasing or buying in supermarket, they are going to rise up in this budget as soon as possible. But we are now coming back to that video. Why Edwin Sifuna is now saying that instead of State House to listen to Kenyans' voices, to listen to Kenyans' plea, and act as a compassionate father to majority of Kenyans, they have decided to be heartless and only benefit among themselves by increasing 1.2 billion Kenyan shilling on chai and mandazi. That is what Edwin Sifuna is saying and is so in that finance bill. So if 1.2 billion Kenyan shilling has been increased in State House, that is breakfast only, then Kenyan's budget in a year, roughly, in a year, let us assume, long time it was, some years back, sorry, it was 1 point something billion during Moise Kibaki's time. So it means that in a month, State House is using 1.2 billion for only breakfast. So try to calculate it. 12 months. How many millions are those? Or billions? A lot of money. They are only spending on breakfast. Some of you will ask me, how now? Remember this fund, they are not just buying tea and bread or mandazi alone. They are using it well by securing their own wealth, taking it to the international bank, grow, and they get a profit. But they have this in mentality, and they know that Kenyans has it in their mind, that it is only being spent in 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion is only being spent, on tea and mandazi. So that is why Edwin Sifuna is saying, instead of pampering this government, instead of pretending that we are ODM supporting this government, allow me as SG to tell the whole nation truth. That this government is corrupt, they are looting, and they are not ready to serve this country. So the best thing we can do, we must now quit. You get the point? We must now quit and form our own political wave to ensure that this government is removed. So pressure is being mounted on Raila Odinga because he's the ODM boss. By the way, since Albert Ojwang was murdered, killed, tortured at Karura Forest, I have never seen Raila Odinga issuing a speech. I have never heard or seen Gladys Wanga, the Homa Bay governor, speaking. The reason why I'm saying this is that because they are all ODM official. And Ojwang was coming from Omabe. So why would the government prefer enjoying corruption? And when you talk about this corruption, they are pretending to come for you, rather than spending all their time ensuring that each and every person enjoying the government. If 1.2 billion is well utilized, then I believe it is going to serve almost 85% of Kenyans. In fact, 100%. If well utilized, let's assume 1 million taken to each and every county. That is enough and good to start a business for each and every youth in the county level by building industry, or assuming to offer loan. Let's assume 50 youths have been given 1 million for a loan. You've brought development and you've empowered them. Each and every county, that is worth to millions of Kenyans as we speak. But Ruto seems to pretend and don't understand things. So that is what Edwin Sifuna is saying. Now he's saying, no, we cannot continue to support this government. Indeed, if these people were truly loving Kenyans, then they were not after the abduction. That is the first thing. They were not supposed to perform illegal arrest. They were not supposed to get angry or annoyed when being rebuked. They were not supposed to talk too much but perform their duties. They were supposed to exercise what we call leadership characteristic. They were supposed not to swallow opposition, but to support opposition by listening to them and delivering their own promises. We are only remaining with 1 year and some month. And of course, this 1 year, it's a campaign year. This month, they are now starting to campaign. They have month remaining, whether you like it or not. Because each and every person or aspirant desire to be given another chance. So this battle it is all about ODM. If ODM will decide that they are not going to support UDA, then it is fine. Then that will mark the end of William Ruto. It's going to remain isolated. And the chances of Rigathi, Matiang'i, and Kalonzo team to win is 98%. So Kenyans will also look, and right now 95% of Kenyans are tired of this administration. You are supposed to know that. So that is why Sifuna is taking that advantage and rebuking this government, and is really touching and injecting this government by saying, no, we cannot tolerate you anymore. It is too much, and don't torment Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your take? Kindly subscribe to this broadcast, like my videos, share and give us your opinion at the comment section below. I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for your continued support. As I conclude, remember there are some schools who lack students lack even classroom to study. There are some police officers block or administration not well built, hospitals, and the rest you can extend. Yet 1.2 billion has been added for only tea and mandazi. What a shame are we in as a country.